embankment. Evening. My husband and I are sitting on a bench, watching the sunset. A small company of 2 mothers is walking past and with them 3 children from 3 to 6 years old. The younger boy rushes around like on a scooter, from time to time breaking into his mother. Finally, she can't stand it and says, "Well, how much can you knock on me? My legs are already hurting." The kid thinks for literally a couple of seconds, then turns to the second woman. "Aunt Lida, do your legs hurt?" When I arrived in Japan, I visited the Yamazaki Art Gallery among other museums. Many works of Japanese fine art were impossibly laconic, simple at first glance, but looking at them for a long time, they showed layers and layers of meaning, level, expressiveness, much like haiku or tanka, only in visual form. Near one exhibit, I lingered especially for a long time. I could not catch the artistic, and indeed any sense, in a modest, strict and symmetrical installation. Half an hour passed, and it seemed to me that I was beginning to understand the creative intention of the author, but a passing English-speaking Japanese guide dropped the following phrase on the go, and this exhibit, ladies and gentlemen, was temporarily removed. It will be on display next week. All this time, I contemplated the fasteners from the picture. Parked between cars. It's tight, but you can get out. A lady from a neighboring car comes up and says, "It's inconvenient for you to get out. It's crowded. You'll scratch my car with the door. Let me switch." After my refusal, she began to insist and said, "I will only ask you to leave first, so that it would be more convenient for me to maneuver." I curse, but since I got involved in a dialogue, I give in and taxi out. She leaves and drives back, but already exactly in the center of 2 parking spaces. I have nowhere to stand. He does not respond to words, runs into the entrance. We have a mini hotel in Paris. 2 girls recently arrived for 1 day to relax. The next day they were supposed to leave, but they disappeared. In the evening, Nicole, everyone roared, "We are in the police. We will be there in 2 hours. They came, they said. We were already driving to the hotel. We began to get off the train. We saw how one elderly lady was torturing a duck in the city center, and she was terribly cursing. We stood up for the duck, made a remark to my grandmother. She started yelling at us, and in the end, she jumped from a spray can into our eyes. Came running. They started to take everyone away, and also got it from us and from my grandmother. All this trinity, together with the duck, was taken to the police station. Relatives of this grandmother came running, began to run into the girls. They call the boss at work. They say that they will be late in Paris. She shouts to them, "Are you completely crazy there in Paris?" Corrected the brains and let go. We went home with red eyes. A friend of mine works as an elderly caregiver. She goes to a wealthy grandmother. She is already about 90. There is a lot of money, but she is obsessed with all sorts of lotteries. Everything fills. Sends and waits for happiness. Here they promised her the day that she won 6,000. Well, every day they call with requests to fill out papers, and so on every day she has such conversations with my friend. First day, "If I win, then we'll go out for lunch." Second day, "If I win, I will give you 20 euros. Third day, "If I win, I will give you 10 euros. I say be careful.